Right, we wrapped up the business with the elves, some management. We probably would want to wrap up things anywhere really, except the Blood Moon Island. We need what? About 120,000 experience points. There's a beast there. Trail of Blood, Croc the Troll. Go meet people here. We can talk with Croc the Troll about the competition at least. Another troll asked us to take care of him. Or whatever. We'd also go back into the mine shafts. We reported that what's happened there to the dwarves, so they might have had sent a party there to clean it up. There was also one of the scientists working on a death fog bomb there. Not sure if I should have just killed her. Not sure what the point of keeping her alive is. How the hell do I get up from here? Apparently I don't. We're sort of running around anyway, I might as well use the spirit vision. I might encounter something interesting. I don't recall using this all that much anywhere really. Aethne. What did Aethne want?
Do you have it? Do you found the little corpse-related book I seek yet?
Corpse explosion. I do not have corpse explosion. Here you have the Black Shroud. Create a cloud of cursed smoke in an area, setting suffocating and blind all characters within. There is no resist through armor on this mentioned at least. Attack through blood. I need to buy this at some point anyway. Any other things I'm missing? Living on the edge. For 2 turns, Strike's character vitality cannot be reduced below 1 point. If the target is a summon... Right, a couple of strong abilities, but very situational. I guess we'll just pay it in cash. Black Shroud could be somewhat useful, because it's cursed smoke it creates. Blind and suffocates. I'm not sure how long that'll last. But it's fairly cheap and could be fairly powerful. No mention of it actually being blocked either. Rid of a crushed elf. This was the more powerful troll, level 18, yeah. But it has no armor, so it wouldn't be actually that hard to kill. The other troll must be here. Further north. Spirit of a sorcerer.
The spirit of a young man stands before you. From his aura, you can tell that he was a sorcerer.
Search his memories for his death at the hands of the bears.
You are a sorcerer, fleeing the Magisters in Driftwood. Hungry, you come upon a pair of honey bears. The bears do not attack, so you try to steal their honey, and ouch! You were stung to death by bees. Huge, hideous, void-woken bees.
Look for the bees, maybe they're still around.
Stinging pain consumes you as the bees attack you, and the honey bears too. The bears survive, but are tainted. You die in agony. The bees die as bees must do after unleashing their stings. The honey bears eat the bees.
What else? Right, this troll basically asked for nothing in exchange for allowing us to cross.
Oh, hello there. A fine day it is. And the finest day for a wee saunter through the trees it is too. Not even any void-woken left to spoil it.
Tell Mark that you met another troll recently, a troll by the name of Krog.
Isn't a healthy business environment just wonderful? Grog and his pathetic bridge give me just the little kick of competition I need to improve my service. And increase my prices.
Marge bats his eyelashes at you. You can't quite tell whether he's serious or not.
Ask to cross the bridge.
Oh, right. You were the one with that story. For that, you can pass for a pittance.
But I already paid.
Oh, so sorry for any confusion. It is, of course, a pay-per-use deal. My children have to eat, you know. Or would, if I had any. Which I could.
Refuse to pay.
Oh, that's not so nice. Not so nice at all.
How much is this gonna hurt? Ooh, quite a bit. Heals 2,000 points of vitality per turn. My intention would be to basically kill this one, take the reward from the other one and kill the other one too. Can easily disable him. Does it heal from any elemental attack? Fire, so can't use that. I'm gonna summon extra units here to aid us. Anything that can contribute to damage. How much do you take from poison? Actually, no. Is it immune to status effects? Burning, knockdown, petrified, decaying. blind him or something. And cripple him. Also I can freeze his ass. Lose's dead. Never had a chance to do anything. Someone else needs to be the one to talk to the troll. I can probably cause it to go to sleep. Sabil has to do it immediately. No. The last one in the turn, otherwise he'll wake up. The first turn has to be about positioning. We don't need to do a point of damage to it. He'll heal everything anyway. Poison might be the exception.
Nothing better than being your own boss in life. Oh, hello there. Oh, I've made more money today than in the last some sorcerer. Whoa, I do. Since it is such a fine day, I can let you pass at a discount. If you entertain me with it does get
Marge,
that'll be the regular toll. So
Okay, he ignores that. Knocks down Sabil. Which means we can't do much against him now.
that's not nice.
Okay,
That's
if we...
not nice at all.
You're right, that cancel... If we use the element he's weak against, it cancels out the... the goddamn specialty he has. Try to keep Sabil alive. Doesn't do much for her. No, I need to something done to him, otherwise it's catastrophic. Also, I gotta use just venomous aura. That should be enough. And it's no longer using the troll blood at all. I guess we need to still keep repeating the poison attack constantly. Oh fuck. Blinded. Crippled. Pretty sure I can still freeze his ass. Yeah, I wasn't the only one frozen, but don't care. Really not much that much I can do. Yeah, he regenerated full, probably because I couldn't do a poison attack on him. And now, can I do any kind of status effect on him? Better save my action points, in fact. Right. Venomous Aura lasts about 4 turns. Chilled but not frozen. Right. Poison attack. Didn't mean shit. Just adds poison damage to attack, that's not enough. Yeah. Needs to be a different type of poison. The game is very goddamn demanding about these things. I guess it's poison status of some sort. I guess I could throw a poison cloud here. I mean, I get poisoned too, but who the hell cares? We're boned if we don't poison him.
Stop.
He won't survive another turn. Does frozen status cancel poison status? I think we should take the risk. It's much more important to keep the poison status than anything else. It is a good magic ring, which Geomancer hit points. Still, who gets it? Which would benefit her the most? And she has a necromancer a ring anyway. Isn't particularly useful. Okay, that's one troll gone. More or less got a decent amount of money out of it. Other one was somewhere here, I guess. There. Was there a new appearance immediately after I used this?
Clearly a man of wisdom and piety. Humility? Once this was a place of holy learning. Also statue making. Very important statues.
There was a named bunny of some sort. Luffball maybe? Spectral
Blessings
gnome?
of good Father Rallick upon you.
I'm a wabbit. Over there.
Ask if you know, when it does its business, does the business stick to its fur?
I'm not falling for that one again.
Yeah, we've talked to it before. Right, what about the other troll? This is quite a bit more demanding because we would have to maintain the status for a much longer period of time, which means we're going to try to cheat kill him through spiel. Well, cheat and cheat. Going to switch hit points. The borderline half-death Sabil. Also, anything interesting here? Trader Liam.
Puss-crusted rat! Cack-sniffing whelp! Where you hiding? Daddy's boy, where you hiding?
The spirit notices his eviscerated corpse, caked in dirt and laced with maggots, and lets out a spine-curling howl.
Wait for the spirit to calm and ask who did this to him.
Snake called round a pile of filth, puddle of sick dog's piss. My apprentice! I loved him as my own! Spoiled, irreverent, arrogant, treacherous pustule. I loved him as my own. I want his head in my hands. I want his head in the dirt, sticky with worms, picked to the bones by buzzards. Bring it to me, bring it to me, head of the dog, Garvin, Garvin!
Ask what came between them that led to his murder.
Spoiled like green milk, like a stinking egg. His hands were bigger than his head. He wanted and wanted, but didn't know enough. Never enough. He'll got the business, same as he did me. Rat, pig, dog.
You feel pity for the tormented soul and offer to help him to get his revenge.
Find him. Feel his heart. Squeeze it dry. Squeeze it dead. Bring the head. Bring the head.
Okay. Not sure if I'm gonna do it, but there's no harm in looking at my options. Either I can get something from the murderer, or I can get something from the ghost. Don't really care which one. Right, 7,000 hit points, level 18, so he'll hit like a truck here, he'll do down 1,000 points of damage with a single hit. We can't extend this fight, and he's Warfare 10. So he's got a lot of nasty tricks up his sleeve. Constitution 38. And we need Fire to cancel it. Immunity to decaying, petrified, knockdown, poison. Right. Let's see how this will work. Forced exchange. Exchange vitality percentages with target character. This could only work with non-hostiles too. That's one thing, so you can't use it effectively. But why have resist by physical armor if that's the case? I don't know. You take it away, please. Right, anyway, key to this is that you have to be in low health, relatively speaking. So, worry about this. It's gonna hurt to you more than me.
Focus!
Healing!
That's a good percentage. Talk first. I'm going to separate Sabine right now, so the chances of her getting totally squashed is pretty low.
Ridiculous. There's no such thing as two dominating. Back so soon?
Triumphantly tell him that Mark is dead.
Oh?
He shoots you a patronizing smile. The most infuriating smile you've ever seen in all your years on this earth.
Good for you. Good for you, Cuckoo. I know you wanted to impress me, and that's adorable. How about this? I'll let you know a little secret so you can be more like me. And feel free to cross this dung heap. I'm off to sew an armchair out of Marg's corpse on my new, improved bridge. Bridge is mine.
We got a medium fire resistance potion, money, and thunderbolt grenade. Bow of uselessness, magical poignard of worthlessness, coat of conjuring of not usefulness, and iron legs of they're all shit. That at least has some value to it. Right, didn't go according to plan, but I see a reason why we couldn't have this fight on the other bridge.
She has no more time for conversation with you, absorbed as she is in the
There must be one to be found.
Okay, where's the other bridge? There. Troll murder number 2. This is a very valuable piece of information how this fight goes. Because this gives us a lot of powerful options in the solo playthrough if this works. If it doesn't, then, well, shit. Yeah, that's about it. We're picking a fight doesn't need to be a good conversationalist.
Back off, pigeon. This is my bridge, and I don't suffer fools on it.
The enormous, unusually red troll looms over you with his fists clenched threateningly. His expression is stern, yet you can see the tiniest twinkle in his intelligent eyes.
Didn't hear me the first time, parrot.
Tell him you're not used to taking insult from walking rocks.
Is that right, turtle dove? Maybe you prefer taking beatings, hmm? That more your style?
So how bad is this gonna be? Fortification, that's bad. Because now it means I actually have to get rid of that. Right, not a catastrophe yet. Sabine acts last and she can put that to sleep. So we can buy the necessary time. Actually... yeah, we need to get rid of the fortified. And I don't know another way to do it besides just beating the shit out of him. This won't really matter at all. I suppose I could always burn him. Not now. Just as much physical damage as we can do. -5 Constitution, what does that mean? Okay, the special ability will not do damage, only cost 1 point though. Meaning, if we can do a backstab attack on it, that should be enough to put him to 0 armor. The thing is, I'm not sure if I want to do that. The reason why is because I do need to finish him off at the same turn, otherwise his stupid troll blood is gonna heal him a huge amount. So it would be better to just play him out of the fight for a turn. Do whatever needs to be done on the next turn. I don't need to do a backstab to do this. I might need to do a backstab to finish him off. You're dead. No? Shield worked. Shield saved us. Right. Wait. Now. First things first. Armor go away.
Keep it up, puny flesh bag. Your blows mean nothing.
0 armor, 0 hit. Oh yeah. Should work at this stage. Yeah, worked like a charm. No problem. $38,000 XP. Well, isn't that interesting? Good ring. Probably can't identify it. 183 magic armor. Level 18 ring. Earth resistance, warfare, scoundrel, pyrokinetic. This is a good ring for 3-person, with 3 different people at least. Okay, who wants magic armor? Red Prince has it the least, I'm pretty sure. Legendary glorious ring. Yeah, the ring pretty much has 2/3 of our current magic armor. And it's only 4 levels higher than our current ring selection, so that's a massive difference. I mean, it triples, in those 3 levels you get triple the magic armor. Right. Geomancer summoning, Warfare Huntsman. Geomancer summoning is going to be replaced. Which is which one? Not bad at all. And Hydra Surface summoning is going to be replaced with no. Yes. With this. No. The polymorphing lineup of abilities is just... it's so powerful. It sort of does everything. Allows you bypass... allows you to do control as summons. Allows you to bypass cooldowns. Allows you to bypass enemy vitality, assuming you take risks. Also, Necromancy has a spell that adds to your damage percentage based on how low your vitality is. So not only could you could use your initial situation with the low vitality to massively boost your damage. Just massively. How much is it? More or less you could get to double damage. It only costs 2 action points, so you would be left with 2 extra action points at least. Do something else. This takes 1. Switch your vitality. So basically massively boost your damage. How long does this even last? 3 turns, so decent amount of time. But yeah, you would have to do the damage while in that mode. I sort of feel like this is the better ability to have as a standard ability, because you could basically pull a miracle out of your ass in a tough fight. At the same time, the use of this ability requires quite a bit of planning. Otherwise, it can easily be just a worthless thing. I'll feed on the void walking. Right, but where to next? I think I'll go there. The kids, one of their members is basically dead. I need to find its spirit. It would probably be around here somewhere. We'll have to be a bit careful where to cast the spirit eyes, but other than that.
Keeping it together, Bree.
The carved figure is a resplendent sight in this
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Beneath the Magister-bestowed garb, you can see an old and faded tattoo on the Silent Watcher's arm. A heart, a name, a life long gone.
Joe's a good swimmer.
Looks like there's anything particularly interesting here. Which is just fine. There weren't that many areas of interest here in the first place. Plenty to the side beaches, and that's about it. There aren't that many beach areas. There's another one there though. That where we got the genie lamp. I've gotta go and check it out. I don't think I had the spirit spotting ability at this point, or at least I didn't use it. But there's a good chance we'll find something useful there anyway. Spirit of a possessed summoner.
There was something in the ground. Back in the cave,
The dwarf bangs his palm against his head.
Damn it! I can't think. I can't remember. Sorcerers. They brought in sorcerers? I can't remember.
No, this ain't right. I was on duty in the cave. I was on patrol and I was alive. This ain't right. None of this is right.
Slightly poisoned. It doesn't look like there's anything particularly interesting for us here. We'll check the other side. Actually, we could go into this cave system too, the regular cave system, because I didn't use the spirit vision there, and there was the bomb making woman there. So good chances something of interest would be found there. Is the Magister still here? Yeah. Julian the Worthless.
Ain't got much to say.
But I could only report crimes to him. Basically activities of people that have been working with me, so why would I do that? Other side of the village has source hounds, so we don't want to go there unless we're looking for a fight. Might not be the worst idea ever though, because you never know what exactly is gonna happen there. Spirit of a child, that's what we're looking for. Well, these aren't gonna hurt us.
It's written.
Doubled over in agony, the shivering Magister spirit mumbles to himself, tightly clutching 3 golden stalks in one fist. Noting the attention, he straightens, revealing insignia spelling Kinnet, and a jagged wound spilling his innards upon the ground. He reaches a ghostly hand into your chest and squeezes your heart.
Allow his touch, since his source pumping through your heart.
You become Kinnet, his memories flooding over you and replacing your own. Warmth, comfort. You are Kinnet, playing cards with your mates in a cozy barracks. You stagger to tipsy attention as a white-clad Magister commands that one of your troop seek a lost caravan. It's a one-man job, a job no man wants. Your sly-eyed troop leader holds out straws to you and the others. Who will investigate?
Right straw.
You feel the short straw and hear them shout, "Kinnet!" You know what that means. A lonely traipse in the cold dark. You dawdle and grumble all the way, sobering as you find the overturned caravan. Massacre. Your lantern reveals ravaged corpses in every direction. Inhaling sharply, you smell a thick black stench you remember secondhand from the few void-woken corpses your troops have found.
Raise your lantern, Kinnet's lantern, to examine the bodies. Who are the dead?
No. Kinnet's tears fall from your eyes as you recognize his beloved weapon master, lifeless. A dark thicket rustles to your left. A claw rakes savage stripes across your guts. As Kinnet dies, all goes black. Staggering back from Kinnet's deathly grasp, only your own blood now pumps through your heart. With your living eyes, you see him trembling in front of you, desperately holding out 3 straws.
Reach out and touch Kinnet's forehead, your source flowing.
As your source flows into Kinnet, the straws in his hands disappear. He weeps with relief as his wound disappears in turn, and he is restored to the model image of a strapping young soldier. He looks around, then looks at you, and then he smiles. Smiling broadly, Kinnet fades away.
You dare strike me? Step back at once. History will remember you Reds with more venom than even the Black Ring.
The spirits of a Magister and a dwarf are locked in ethereal combat. Their vicious blows make no impact, yet they struggle on. Mid-snarl, the dwarf spies your presence and staggers back to address you.
Sorcerer, you must hate the Reds as much as I do, eh?
Not. You're certainly no friend to Magisters.
Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan, and you know where they were sending them. You look like you've been there yourself.
The Magister lunges for the dwarf, his exasperation clear.
Anna, you saw it with your own eyes. You know Sorcerer's Law, Voidwoken, and you know we'd all still be alive if you hadn't attacked our caravan.
Say that you don't see sorcerer bodies. Where are they?
Before it all, Voidwoken stole the sorcerers along the cliffs, headed for Seven knows where.
Tell Demuri you told the Magisters in Driftwood about the wrecked caravan.
The Magister's shoulders collapse with relief. His burden lifted, his spirit slowly fades to nothingness before your eyes.
We tried to help your kind, and you'll help those that enslaved you? You're a wrong 'un and no mistake.
You're done here. Take your leave. Why do you bother remaining? Resource.
I've little to say to one who parleys with Magister.
Spirit of a bull.
The bull flips its ghostly tail at a non-existent fly. It registers your presence.
Well, guess I should have seen that coming.
Ask it what it should have seen coming.
Dying, of course. Soon as they set me pulling that there wagon, I should have known this was how things was going to end. Of course, I can see the future, and I did see this, but I honestly thought I was sleeping.
Offer your condolences.
That's nice of you. It's not so bad so far. Sure don't miss pulling wagons.
Okay, ask if it can see your future.
You sure you want to know?
Sure.
Alright. Here is your future.
The bull shakes itself, swallows the card, clears its throat.
You're gonna die.
When?
Let me think about that now too. Yeah. Okay. Right. Here we go. Soon. Maybe.
The bull shrugs.
Here. I don't suppose you could do me a favour and unhitch this here harness so as I can make my way to the Field of Echoes.
Reach out and unhitch the bull's ghostly harness.
The bull nods its thanks and gently fades away.
I knew you'd say yes.
Yeah, the effect comes so late because I usually save. Nothing happens when your save is happening in this game. Everything gets on delay until that's done perfectly, then things can continue again. Spirit of Dead Civilian.
The spirit floats in front of you, his eyes unfocused and darting from side to side. Looking down at his mangled corpse at your feet, you see that the front is relatively unmarked, but his back has been eviscerated. Long, jagged cuts run the length of his torso.
Ask the spirit if Voidwoken caused his death.
The spirit's eyes move in your direction, trying to focus, but he seems to look right through you.
A voice. Oh, I can still hear it in the dark. I can hear it whispering. He won't stop.
Wonder who this voice belongs to.
His voice was everywhere. It danced with the screams. Insects with a dwarf's tongue. They came from above. They laughed as they cut us down.
The spirit doubles up, raking his hands across his face, ghostly nails cutting deep into spectral skin.
Tell the spirit he can relax. It's over now.
No, I can hear it. Not the echoes. I can hear it. The voice. It's here.
The spirit shudders and cries, tears running down his cheeks.
Oh, Divine Lucian, protect me. You seven ancient gods, please. Don't let it get me.
Pray with the spirit.
The spirit's eyes dart left and right. It reaches tentatively a hand out for a moment, but thinks better of it and turns away.
I think I've combed the beaches quite thoroughly already. Anything of interest elsewhere? That I can see. There's something. Spirit of a shark.
Thank you. Now I swim. Monsters gone. Swim. Free. Swim. Forever.
Ask about these monsters.
Monsters crawl the ocean floor. Better to die on the beach.
Fair enough. Can I go into the water? There's the area there that I can clearly reach. Not that it matters. I was thinking maybe there's a void walking attack if you shove your guys in there somehow. Where the hell does this go? Bloody Vengeance, again. I guess we could have started here, but... nah. Thing of interest, really. I suppose we're getting sort of certain questions answered, things wrapped up maybe a little bit, but we're not exactly getting any experience or items or anything useful done. Still, this was pretty much impossible to know that before we actually did this. Probably looted this already fairly thoroughly.
At first glance, the spirit seems much like its host, hollow, detached, yet in its eyes you see something more ominous, something not apparent before. Agony.
Ask the spirit if it's in pain.
The spirit nods, and its face grows even more tortured. It is trapped. By what or by whom, you cannot say.
Spirit's as haunted as the graveyard it roams.
The spirit does not talk to you, though the pain... Stoneguard, be welcome.
Right, the first time you get in here you have to sneak in. Still why pretend that I can't get in?
The creature barely knows. You recognize the dog from the town square in Driftwood.
Oh hi! You again?
We had at least a handful of quests here. We will start with the...
Look out!
we'll open the chest. It shouldn't have anything particularly interesting there. Ramos is Spirit is probably there too, went to talk with the Eat.
If graves you dig, I'll warn you now. Beware the creak and then the click. Then comes the bang, then comes the bang.
Ask what happened.
Close your eyes and listen.
Close your eyes.
The spirit's memories play out before you in darkest black. The sound alone relates the tale. A self-styled archaeologist, some would call you a grave robber, you found the grave of Baron Wilmart Hogg IV. Your footsteps crunch light upon the gravel as you approach the tomb. You know that Hogg was avaricious, paranoid, and cruel, and you yourself value the first of these two traits most highly. You ease your way up to the grave and run your hand around the lid, searching for a trap. You find nothing. The wind whispers in the trees and the grass rustles quietly. You slide the lid open with a creak. Click. Uh-oh, you think. Bang. The silence of the night is rent with a sound of screaming. You're screaming as you burn to death.
Offer your commiserations.
Commiserations, she says. I knew the risks. If graves you open, beware the creak, and then the click. Then comes the bang. Then comes the bang. I have only one regret. I didn't get the loot. I didn't get the loot. First came the creak, and then the click. Then came the bang. Then came the bang. Creak, click, bang.
Careful now. That's a trap.
No shit, it's a trap. There's also a lot of poison here. It'll probably ignite nicely. Okay, who wants to take it? Yeah, there's an actual delay, so it'll just trigger the trap you easily spot.
You opened the grave, you heard the creak, click, bang, and then you creak, click, bang!
It's clearly delusional, I did no such thing. It's an obsolete dagger.
Here lies Secundia Pruitt, wife to the first of Driftwood's bridge masters, and scourge of the recalcitrant traveller. Here lies the Timony, famed Trappist, a master of the pitfall, a craftsman of the snare, died peacefully in his sleep, a wire noose around his neck. Here lies James Borthrop Pruitt, the first of Driftwood's bridge masters. At last he paid the toll himself. Here lies Partman Winchie Pruitt, too generous by half. Horsemen pass by.
So this is gonna be a lot of traps, basically. Traps upon traps upon traps. There's also a ton of graves.
This grave marker is old. Whatever name was once carved upon it is no longer legible. This grave marker is old. This grave marker is old. An ancient grave. The name was carved upon it is faded away, and the elements have left this grave marker illegible. Time of the elements have left this grave marker illegible. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. The name upon the old grave marker can the name upon the old grave marker. The name upon the old grave marker. Time and the elements have left this grave
I
marker.
want to see if there's anything different on any of these. Why have a billion of these if there's nothing in them?
This grave has faded away.
They might as well not be interactable in any way. If you put a lot of them there, it could be to hide the fact that actually there is something different about the one or two of them.
An ancient grave marker. The name upon it has faded away. The name upon the old grave marker. Possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. Time and the elements have left this grave marker. The name upon it has faded away. Possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. Time and the elements have left this grave marker illegible. The name upon the old grave marker and the elements have left this grave marker illegible. An ancient grave marker. The name upon it has faded away. The name upon the old grave marker, the elements have made it impossible. An ancient grave marker. The name upon this grave marker has faded away. This grave marker is old. Whatever name was once carved upon it is no longer legible. An ancient grave mark. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave mark. Have left this grave marker illegible. An ancient grave marker. The name upon the old grave marker. This grave marker is old. Whatever name was once carved upon it is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave mark. Time and the elements. This grave marker is old. The name upon the old grave mark once carved upon it is no longer legible.
Possible that I didn't get all of them.
Time and the elements have left this grave marker upon the old grave marker. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. Time and the elements. Whatever name was once carved upon it, read the name upon this old grave. Possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. The elements have made time and the elements to make up the name upon this grave marker.
I would imagine that if you would have enough wits, you would spot something odd. I mean, if there is actually something
this grave marker is old.
So I'm guessing they're just waste of time
to make up the name upon this grave marker. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. Possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. This grave marker is old. An ancient grave was once carved upon the elements. It has faded away. The name upon the old grave marker can no longer be made out. Time and the elements have left this grave marker illegible. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this grave.
Riker might also pick a fight with us because we got we agreed to get the tablet, stone tablet for him, but we gave it some other.
Whatever name was once carved upon it.
There's a possibility that you can do this in two ways: to basically give the stone to Riker first, then take it back on his dead body. And then give it to the succubus. But succubus seems to be a good guy. So I think there's also gives you less. So there's probably some positive you can get from it.
The spirit cannot speak, or perhaps chooses not to.
I'll need to get clever with this lock.
Right, you. Lizard Dreamer.
The spirit. It beckons to me. A lone witness to the carnage that must have happened here. I must speak with it. There is an urgency in its bearing that cannot be denied.
Wave your arm and tell him to go ahead.
The Red Prince addresses the lizard spirit. He turns out to be a dreamer, long dead, who speaks archaically and sings in a truly ancient tongue.
Rav Mudam, Anan Eket, Vetu Duran.
Like a lullaby, the melody lulls them both to sleep until, with a start, the Red Prince wakes once more.
My word. Even I, not in my wildest, most demon-lusting dreams, could have guessed a destiny such as this.
What destiny?
A tale too preposterous to be believed, and yet so ultimately, so undeniably true once told. The race of lizards, all of us, we were dragons once. Great red dragons. Somehow, eons ago, we withered. We shrank, our wings shriveled. Never more to be the majestic creatures we once were. Until now.
You have a nagging suspicion. Tell him to explain those last words.
I am to be the father of dragons, and she, the Red Princess, is to be the mother. But of course, she is the mother already now that we have lain together. I must find her. I must know she and my children will be safe.
The spirit sings a long-forgotten tune in a long-forgotten language. One, it seems, with the ever-revolving wheels of space and time.
Right, so the chest has nothing to do with this actually. What got me here was that there were a lot of dead lizards next to it. So I was wondering why the hell would they go there? I just assumed they would be assassins trying to get to their targets. Some of them were killed, but yeah, nothing to do with it. Just a chest.
Nice.
It has something to do with talking to lizards though. I don't understand what, but I'm willing to accept that I will never know. Level 11 doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter what it does. Level 11 weapon at this point is irrelevant. Weapons are one of the few things where you have to have pretty much the level appropriate version of it, otherwise you are going to suffer greatly. You just can't do enough damage to be competitive. I think I'll leave things here. We have there's at least a handful of things we can do here, and naturally we need to also talk to Riker himself with the quest we failed. So either way, probably either adventuring or fighting, and Riker's Breast had at least a couple of levels, a lot of fighters too, but they're not, they cannot fight us anymore. I can go through their heavier defenses through a single hit. Weaker ones don't really need to do any preparations that can cause status effects on them. They just cannot fight against me, so I'm not particularly I don't particularly care how the situation with Riker develops.